Everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. You may recognize this familiar rocket as the Omega-1A, capped off with a Zenith Blue 5, the capsule we intended to be able to use for lunar orbital missions. However, with the death of Rosalina, we have proven that that is just not feasible. We can either do a flyby and then try braking in near-Earth orbit to try to slow ourselves down enough, but the Delta V that was left in the command pod after adjusting to fly by the moon was something like 1345, around 1300 meters per second, which I don't think is enough to meaningfully slow down in near-Earth orbit to give us any real authority in making a survivable reentry. So we're going to be redesigning the service module and a little bit on the command pod side. We don't have any other command pods that are lunar rated. And I did notice that the initial skin temperature on this pod is only rated to about 2600 Kelvin. And that could be the problem we are running into with Rosalina's death, as she still had lots of ablator on her heat shield left when the whole thing went sideways. But I want to test this theory by re-engineering this a little bit, giving it an independent heat shield and maybe a support module between the command pod and the service module. So that's what we're going to do real quick. That's the wrong part. Yes, avionics fault. I know. Oh, we can totally update these avionics packages now. Let's do that real quick while we're thinking about it. Get rid of that. And yeah, that tonnage limit is way off because the bottom half of the rocket is not fueled. Okay, that just looks weird. So we're going to detach this, set it aside, reattach. What was that, our Saturn 1B? Yeah, our Saturn 1 instrument unit. Okay, and with that on board, we may be able to actually get rid of all these other instrumentation units and just kind of do it as an all-in-one kind of thing. Oh yeah, that's all of them. So hopefully that's a net savings to our total weight. Come on. And I forgot to check the staging on those. Yeah, they certainly don't go there. They go here. Just up one, not a big deal. Alright, now then, back to our actual task at hand. So first thing, we're going to set aside the bulk of our rocket. And I guess, honestly, we can just ditch this whole thing now. Because we're gonna start from scratch. And we don't want that decoupler there. We'll be doing this a little bit cheaty. Shape. And what's our top? That's a 2 meter, isn't it? Alright, so we'll take this out to about 2.5. We definitely don't need it that. Does that look weird? That does look weird. Whatever, we're gonna run with it. Get that nice and flush. The other thing we can do, since we're using our own independent heat shield, is we can get rid of all the ablator on that. That does save us some weight. So currently we have a small hydrazine tank here, a battery that at the draw of the pod that's still only good for about a day, and then basic life support function here. I can't decide how I want to repurpose or what I want to repurpose. So basically, we could use more battery, but I think we're going to actually supplement that with solar panels on the actual command pod itself. We've got comms. Oh wait, this is the old version. We've got some updating to do. So really, yeah, we're gonna get rid of, well, maybe not get rid of. We're going to remove our launch escape tower, and for the time being, we're gonna get rid of that. Because we would like to have some ability to dock stuff. And there it is. Well, that's not weird at all. Alright. You know what? We're just going to run with it. Because stuff. Alright. We could do this better. That's going to stay attached, isn't it? So let's move that to the side. Flip this upside down so it leaves with the tower. And we can actually increase the diameter just to make it look a little better. And the fuel tanks are actually, when empty, way less than structural parts. Weird as that may be. So we're gonna manufacture ourselves a little nose cone here and attach our launch escape system to it. So all of those fire when that decouples. Cool. And then for the sake of making things look nice, we'll just tuck that down real nice and paint it appropriately. Okay, back to other things that we were doing. I feel like Rosalina would have survived better if the pod had independent means of generating power. So we're going to just bolt on 2 of those. Yeah, I guess I'm not all that concerned with it. We do need hydrazine now. So we're going to have to pressurize this tank. Yeah. And add some control thrusters. We'll do these so we can have some lateral movement as well. Fore and aft. And that angle just isn't sitting well with our tank, so we have the angled quads now. We'll pay $2,000 to unlock those. Oh, these are huge. Jeez. That was not what I was expecting. Okay. Well then. Angle those up just a bit. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shrink this down. We're going to take that bottom in to about 2.3 and adjust its length a little bit. 625 liters. Good God. So I really wonder if I can make a mixed service tank. Oh, where did I leave the hydrazine? There it is. Hydrazine. You do not need 625 liters. We'll go with 250. So we'll need some for docking and things. Now, here's the real question. Can I add more life support to the same tank? That's got to be horrible. Ooh, I can make it. Yes, yes I can. Food, water, and oxygen. And carbon dioxide and wastewater. Ooh, buddy. Alright, so first things first, oxygen. Wow. Let's say our total is 75,000. Let's do 25,500. Update. Okay. Add food. I hate how it defaults to all of it. There was, what, room for 248? We'll add 95 food. I'm just winging all of these numbers completely out of my ass. So now I'll add water. 152 is all the water we can fit in there. I don't know, what do you say? Well, we need more water than food. So let's take the food down to 50. Ah, please tell me that didn't delete my... Okay, good. And the water to... we'll say 90. Dates. So we got 108 liters left. I'd like to add storage for carbon dioxide. Wow, that's a lot. Say 10,950. Update. Good. Oh, and we can add more electric charge. That's good. 53,000 is our total. We'll add 20,000 electric charge, whatever that gets us. Alright, and maybe we should just go ahead and add some more hydrazine. We can add another... it's 250. That's already a lot. Isn't it? I don't know. What am I missing? $275. And we'll put the rest into oxygen. Oh, I should hit update, huh? I did. Dang it. And we'll add a little bit for waste and wastewater just to give us an idea what we got left. 8 units of waste. We'll take that down to 4. Update. Okay. And so, wow. That got us pretty much everything we needed. And for the sake of making it look better, I do have to take that out to 2.5. And we'll stretch the length just a bit. It's probably too much. How much does it hold now? Ools. Which gets us all together 42 days of food, water, or 42 days of food, 89 days of oxygen, or water, and 170 days of oxygen. We will be full of wastewater, however, in 4 days. 105 days on the CO2. So that should be... I mean, it's not perfect. It's certainly not aligned by any, or calibrated for anything, but it works. It will certainly prove the longevity that we need to do a lunar orbit, and certainly a lunar flyby mission. Alright, there's that heat shield. We want to put it in a thingy all on its own. We should make sure these are set to hydrazine. Good. And rank them up to level 3, which gives us an ISP of 223.2. I'll take that. Alright, and I am going to add some additional attitude control thrusters. Very small, small, medium. Just to give us some added control authority here. And we do need to switch these to hydrazine. Ooh, we can go up another tech level to 3. Yeah, just makes them match the other thrusters. And we do also have the high test peroxide thrusters inside of there. Alright, so now we need a service module. So, structural, we need a decoupler. Enable cross-feed. Very, very important that. Enable cross-feed. And actually, we can put that back up here, because ditching the launch escape system will come way before that. Alright. Yeah, 2.5, that seems about right. Ooh. Actually, we have a new engine, the AJ10-137, which is the service propulsion system used on Apollo. Oh wow, that is huge. What is a serviceable diameter for that? 4 meter. Holy crap. And we can't size it down. I would really like to use that engine. It specs out pretty well. Max thrust 97 kilonewtons with a 314 vacuum ISP. That far outclasses any of our AJ10s, and certainly outclasses the Asteris, which gives us 297. I guess the trade-off here is that the ignitions on this engine are limited to 36, which should be well more than we ever need, hopefully. So, wow. That's going to take... I think 4 meters is larger than the stages below it, but this rocket won't be able to push anything meaningful to the moon anyway, and maybe if we design a good service module stage, we can swap out the command pod later on. Alright, so we need to engineer that out to 4 meters. Yes, and the top will be, no, 2.5. Bottom out to 4. That curve looks stupid. That's not much better, but it works, right? Nope. This is certainly very interesting. All right, we're gonna need like a spacer or something down here on the bottom. We can always mix our tanks now that I know how to do that. Useful skill. Beyond our weight limitation. We are going to need an Agena. So yeah, this thing just gets dumber and dumber looking all the time. Don't worry, we'll cheat to make it look less dumb. Like so. That's not too shabby, right? And I can't really... I can't really put a tapered bottom on this where I would normally hide things like solar panels and RCS thrusters, because then the edges of this engine will poke through. And that's not cool. Really? Alright, but we do need to kind of outfit it for stuff. We'll probably make that one our mixed tank. Let's, we need pressurized Aerozine 15 NTO, and we are already above our tonnage limit. Wow. How much? Oh, wow. That alone gets us 4,600 meters per second at delta V. So, but we are way, way, way over our tonnage. I don't really want to do 2 Agenas, and anything else is going to put entirely too much draw on this poor spacecraft. That's horrible. But I think that's what we're going to have to do. Let me just... I just want to test the theory. Will that completely cover the Agena? No. But our avionics is okay. Maybe. Can I just bolt things straight to the engines? That would be neat. Nope. I really hate for this thing to be just so completely ad hoc, but almost seems like it's going to have to be. And hopefully that'll be enough to power both the command pod and both of those Agena units. We shall see. Alright. Let's get the thrusters on there first. I'm going to use those gargantuan angled ones that I just spent so much money unlocking. My god. They're huge. And my solar panel placement is now very inconvenient. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? That doesn't really do us any good. Because then prime alignment would be 0, or I guess this would be 0, and that would have been 360 degree. And that only puts half the panels in the sun at any given time. Ah, wrong thing. Okay, engine, hydrazine, rank them up. I guess since they're angled, no, they'd blow through the panel. Damn it. Alright, we're just going to have to run with 4 and see what happens. That's what test flights are for. Show UI. Ooh. Service module. Now we can show UI and get our full list of things that we need, like hydrazine. Again, over our tonnage limit, but we really only need about, we'll say 250 liter. That's probably way overshooting. Okay, and that puts us 10 tons over our limit. My god, that's so much though. Alright, so we're gonna switch this 5 for 2 on both of them. Update. Update. Ah, we're still 2 tons over. There's only one number below 2 that works, so we'll do 1. 1, and maybe we'll take that down to 0.82 tons. Damn it. Alright, well, I think it's a ratio that I like, so we're just going to adjust the utilization. There we go. And we're going to try that for our new service module. So let's just paint it. I feel like this is traditional. Atlas. And I don't think we can call this a Zenith Blue anymore. This is a completely different system now. And also super awkward. Well, at least it's 4 meter to 4 meter. It's not horrible. Let's bring that down, save our fairing weight if we can. Yeah, it's clipping just a bit. Alright, right about there, yeah? Yeah. We'll take it. There it is. Alright, and now I'm going to go over staging and a few other things, and we're just going to build one. There's no point in test flying it, because I'm not going to pay for like a 10-day test flight, when at that point the cost would be about the same to just build one and test it. So we're probably going to run an automated test with no crew and just pray to God that it works. So, alright, that'll wait. We got some other things to get to in this episode, so I'll pick you guys up in just a minute. Alright, I adjusted all the staging and I actually sent it to be finished because this was a built rocket and it took just about a day to rebuild the service module. But guess what we forgot? Yep. Comms. I forgot the comms. So we will just be adding 2. I think we had 4 on the last one. I don't know if we really needed 4. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But with a crew, we should have control the whole time. So we're going to rotate these to a north position. And I'm going to save the edits. I just need to point out that no, I didn't screw it up that bad. And that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you next time.